Number one, he had a one-to-one conversion process. That means he spoke to all the clients. But actually getting the leads in, again, was a manual process. So he's getting the leads in on LinkedIn. He's getting the leads in, running out a email blast or whatever you want to call it, wherever you are, which is not the best thing to do. But we've got a process that he's doing, which is not particularly working to bring in leads. We've got a process where he's doing the conversion, a process where he's doing the candidate delivery. It's all one-to-one. So what I then gave Ken is a time issue, and he's a family man, picks up his daughter every day from school. It's giving him stress. So when I did Ken's game plan, so when he joined, he completed an audit, and I created his game plan for the first 90 days. I said to Ken, what we want to do is we'll go through 3 phases. One is you're in legacy phase now, what you've always done. We want to get to inner circle. In the middle is transition. It's transition. But after that call, Ken just made the decision and shut everything down and went straight into the game plan I created him, which I don't recommend you do. But it worked. So if we get into the accelerate phase, which is scale, there's 3 parts to it. As I mentioned, one, we got team. So that is going to be VA. That's going to be a commissioning recruiter. That's going to be a PM. That's going to be multiple VAs, support, admin, etc. So we got team. Next, we launched projects. So Ken's a very articulate gentleman. So he looks like James Bond. So with projects, Andy, I know projects. You may well know projects, but you may not actually have a business that is predictable. So with Ken, we had a project whereby he knew after he ran the cycle, if he put through 186 leads per day, that's a figure. Where is it? One on one of these. 186 leads a day. What that equates to, first of all, would be 100K a month business. So 186 leads bring in X amount of A's, an X amount of conversion opportunities, and the conversion rate was X. So his outcome was to get 186 leads through the initial engine that we put together in the first 90 days, use the templates, and to get 186 leads out per day. He then knows that will bring in 100K. The next thing we did was a project to get 250K per month. And when he joined us, he's on 30K a month. So projects is about you getting paid. It's not about using Microsoft Project or having everything all lined ducks in a row. It's about you getting paid. That's why you're in business. You can only be free, or you can only sleep at night. You can only have the model that you want if the finances are right. And the problem as an entrepreneur, especially when you work for yourself, if you set a target to get to 250K, by the time you get to 150, 175, you've already set a target in your mind of 400K. We never stop to actually reproduce and replicate what's worked. In Ken's case, Ken came on a call with myself, with our members, and said, right, I'm ready to scale. I said to Ken, no, I want another 3 months of data so I know it's linear. So I know that we can both sleep. We've done it in front of my members. We can both sleep knowing this $250,000 a month is on. So with projects, it's about getting paid. And then we've got scale. And what scale really means is, do we replicate in niche 1, niche 2, niche 3? We've got a change of model as you as a business owner. What's your model as a business owner? What do you want the model to look like? So if you actually don't want to be in the business, or if you can't convert, or you hate the sales process, or whatever it might be, you can't manage people, what's the model that we want? The scale is dependent on the model. Best bit. But the model we define up here in step 1. We install foundations. This is where we niche down, we niche up. So in Ken's case, what we did in Ken's case was we niche down. Number 1. Number 2, we went 100% retained. And number 3, we tripled our fees. Now, how do we go retained? Remember I said before, it comes down to 2 factors. Number 1, have we got the leads in, the inbound leads? So we've got the actual, the quantity coming in to make a decision. Number 2, have we got base authority? So at this stage, I'm not talking about a podcast on iTunes where you're number 1 and you've got the top 100 CEOs in your niche on a podcast. I'm talking about simply a client attainment system PDF. So it took me about 3 years to get on point. So that's what we're talking about. So the actual solution to Ken, if we break it down from an actual implementation set of steps, was the following. Number 1, we've got a grip on metrics. 186 a day is what we're looking to do. Number 2, We got a CAS created. We got a CAS created. Now, what that meant to Ken was the following. His conversion went to 100%. So if he spoke to 10 clients, he knew he's going to convert 100%. That's the power of the CAS. I actually put a post last night on Instagram. I was a little bit lucid with my direction, but I was making the point that we've had members have stuff ripped off and etc. It's not cool. Not cool. The CAS, a lot of work goes into it. We're waiting for it for me. But we've got 100% conversion. And with metrics, what that allows us to do is predictability. Predictability. So for Ken, market, CEOs, change of niche. We niche down, but 100% retained. But the key thing that Ken got here was this understanding about metrics. And with the metrics, we can then start to put 186 leads through our first part of the engine.